January morning. It says it's 32, which means it's warmer than it was this time yesterday morning. So I had a little bit of an issue with the car a little while back. I was doing grocery pickup for my wife at Walmart, which a lot of times I will take this car. And I got ready to leave and felt a little spunky and got on it hard in first gear and grabbed second gear pretty hard, and all of a sudden the exhaust is really loud. So I got home and checked. Back when I put a new 4-to-1 header on this car, I put the slip style, and what I did was bolt it up. I took a marker and marked around the length that it should be, took it to my buddy AJ. He spot welded it just to take it home, put it on, make sure it still fit before we seam welded the whole thing. And I put it on, it fit, and I got lazy and decided, that's good enough. That was probably 2 years ago or so, maybe not quite that long. And one of those spot welds finally gave out, I think from grabbing gears, the engine shifting just stressed it. So right now the car sounds fine, but if I get on it pretty hard, that exhaust will bend down and open up. So I'm headed over to AJ's house. We're gonna get the car off the ground and put the exhaust back up where it should be, tack it, and then do it the right way, take it all the way off and seam weld it. Hopefully it'll be good to go. Otherwise the car is doing great. I don't see a warm spot for my car in there. That's why you had me come over with my car today, because it's trash day. Just bringing all the trash over to the driveway. Are we doing this inside or outside? Inside? Culprit right there. Huh. In there.
Where else? In there.
Everywhere?
In there.
Huh.
Yeah, those were not permanents. Those were just to hold it together.
The guy that welded this for me last time, I will never use that guy again, that's for sure. Well, she's nice and quiet again. Got some good news and some bad news. So we got everything welded up nice. There's been a hanger at the very back of the car, my exhaust, that's been broken ever since I fixed the car. I went ahead and made another little thing for that. Got that mounted up the way it's supposed to be. And spent some time looking at AJ's CRX and comparing it to mine, since we haven't had the cars together for a while. Going through a bunch of his old parts that he finally brought back from his parents' house. He had a lot of extra parts that he was keeping at his folks' house that he finally brought home, and just needed to see what wiring harnesses were what plugs went to which place, and just to have my car to compare was nice. But he's got a lot of cool old school parts. He's got an old school New Speed front strut bar, which is awesome. He bought it way back in the day. Now they go for a lot of money. He's got a Lexan carbon fiber hatch. He's got original CRX fog lights, which are really rare, with the switch, fuses, all the wiring, everything. So it was fun to go through all of his old parts, see some of the parts he ran in his car back in the day. So yeah, glad he was able to help me by using his welder and helping me get this thing back up, everything sealed up and quiet again. And I was able to help him go through some old parts and find out which parts of his harness go to what, and compare where I tuck stuff in my car, what he can do to his. So the bad news is, as we were out in the driveway trying to find out what this sound is my car has always made since I built it, I realized my passenger side motor mount has a hairline crack in the seam sealer, which wouldn't normally bother me because filler and stuff will crack out, but as many miles as I've put on this car, in 5 years basically since I built it, it shouldn't crack out like that. If it was gonna crack out, it should have done it in the first year or so. And being that it just recently cracked out, that kind of makes me think that a weld underneath has gotten weak. And it doesn't move a lot, but it doesn't take a lot. Once those start moving, they'll start causing more damage. So I could do a couple things. I could just take it really easy on the car and try to milk it, or I can drive the car hard, and that's going to tell me if it's really going to have an issue and really split open. And at that point, I'll have to quit driving it and weld that back up. Normally not a big deal, but I just have so much time and effort in my engine bay with bodywork and paint. I hate to start grinding on that and weld it, and then, you know, to do it right, I'd really have to pull the motor back out and repaint at least a large part of it. I don't want to have to do that. So I think I'm just going to kind of drive it a little bit harder, keep an eye on it, see what happens. And if it gets worse, I think I'll just find the easiest way to grind that line clean, weld it back solid, and try to keep the paint damage to a minimum, and then try to repair it with the engine in and just try to touch up the paint the best I can. It's not a show car. I probably went a little over the top when I built it on how nice I made the engine bay, and I want to keep it nice, but I'm not going to go through the time to pull the motor out and redo the bay just to fix that. Anyway, good day, got some stuff fixed, got some bad news, but it's not the end of the world. I'm going to keep driving the car and see what happens. If you like this video, I would appreciate you checking out some of my others, and hit that subscribe button. That helps support the channel. I would really appreciate you checking out my video when I took this car to Import Alliance. I'll put a link up here to it. I put a lot of effort into that video back this summer, and it's only got like 420 views. Anyway, thanks for watching.